299 yards rushing for the Baltimore Ravens, and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 29. Guess who won? Ravens 28, Steelers 14. His last playoff win was as a Titan in this building at 195. So, I mean, he likes playoff games in that building, okay? That may be their last one, that may not be. To me, the Ravens, you know, they have other dragons to slay coming up. But Pittsburgh has been their kryptonite. Until they beat them a few weeks ago, they lost 8 of 9 as a team. This was a chance to make one as an accident, two as a trend, kind of obliterate that problem for them. We can handle Pittsburgh. That's a big step for the Baltimore Ravens.
No doubt about it, Boom. And anytime you play an AFC North game, especially these two, the more physical team usually wins. And you stated 299 or 29. That's a 270 yards rushing advantage that the Baltimore Ravens had of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the physicality of the Ravens offensive line was first and foremost paramount. You saw that, Derrick Henry. And one thing you always see in playoff games, Lamar Jackson runs the football a little bit more in the playoffs. The games count a little bit more. His ability to run the football on the zone read and making sure that the chains are continuing to move, it was evident early on, over and over and over again. Double-digit carries for Lamar Jackson. Go back and look at any postseason game that he's played. He's going to have double-digit carries, and tonight was no different. He set the tone and the tenor for his team, and Derrick Henry followed, and the rest of the Baltimore Ravens rallied around those two, and you saw a physical domination by the Ravens.
But just historically, that's the third biggest advantage, if you will, 270 yards more rushing for the Ravens than Pittsburgh. Third biggest in playoff history. The biggest, well, the Bills did it in 95, 271 against Don Shula. I think that was his last game. The Chicago Bears in 1940 outraced Washington by 360 yards. By the way, they won 73-0. I think they covered. Look, Derrick Henry becoming a Raven has taken a little bit of the pressure, not pressure to win games, but pressure off Lamar. There's another big star here, but we're fighting for it. Thank you. I don't have to feel like this is everything. Did Lamar do this? Did he not do that? It's paying dividends, and then the XO speaks for itself.
Batman and Robin. It's no longer just Batman. Batman has Robin to go with him, and so I don't always have to be a 10. I don't always have to do it all by myself. I can take a breather. Derrick Henry, Boom, for him to be 31 years old, to be in such physical condition, he's 6'3", 250 pounds, and after a while, after you hit him once or twice, by the time you get to hit him time 15 or 16, the hits start to take a toll. And you heard Mike Tomlin say, we wore down. The reason you wore down is you're trying to hit that 250-pound man for 4 quarters. The physicality of the Ravens, Boom, is going to be something to deal with. And I think if you're Baltimore, you won this game at the line of scrimmage. Zay Flowers didn't play. Your best offensive player, not named Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry, did not play, and you dominated a division rival. This was a really, really good win for the Baltimore Ravens.
They feel they can, I don't want to say dominate any other team, but you saw what they're about in case you. No, Derrick Henry at 31, I mean, turned 31 last week, raised, it was the highest yards per carry he's had in his career. He's played 5.9 yards a carry. I mean, today was over 7. All right, Pittsburgh. In the season, Baltimore has won. They're having ended their season. They won 5 in a row. Pittsburgh has lost 5 in a row. We said mid-November, when they're usually the hunter, not the hunted. Was their form of football sustainable? We're not knocking them. Turnovers, they were second best in football behind Buffalo, plus minus. But, we rely on turnovers and 30-yard drive. We don't have enough offense, and you fall behind 14-0, 21-0. We don't have that. And your defense is forced to play uphill, and those are proud warriors. You're asking a lot of them through 18 games now.
And those warriors you're talking about, Highsmith, Watt, Hayward, those guys have been doing it a long time. I think the best way to surmise Pittsburgh, Boom, is everything that they're trying to do offensively seems so hard. Like, they can't just run in the kitchen and make a quick sandwich. They gotta pull out the recipe book. They gotta pull out all these different ingredients and put it together. Like, everything seems so hard offensively. And if Russell Wilson is not throwing a moon ball or a 50-yard ball down the field to get a big play, they don't know how to create explosive plays. If you watch them on tape, it's either check down or moon ball down the field. There's nothing intermediate. Their offense is it's take a little bit or get a lot. And it's hard to move the football in the National Football League that way. They have to figure out a way to make offense easy because right now offense is very difficult for them.
That's a good way to put it. Oh, we get to food. Everybody understands food. I mean, sandwich, I got to look it up. What do I get? Bread? Do I have mayo?
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, hey, you know him from your Tampa days. We all respect everything he and the Steelers stand for. They can't keep going like it because those guys up front and some of their other defenders, they're still, Watt and those guys, they're great. But for those guys playing always, okay, defense, can we keep the team? Can we keep the team in? 3 games in 11 days, I think it hurt them a lot more than even they know at this moment. That's not an excuse. I'm just saying what I think.
It's a reason they lost 5 in a row. They finished the season on a 5-game losing streak. And I think at some point, Boom, you can't continue to put a Band-Aid on a wound that needs stitches. And that wound is the quarterback position. Since Ben Roethlisberger, they've been searching. Kenny Pickett wasn't the answer. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. At some point, they have to figure out the quarterback position and get some more playmakers. George Pickens, can you be consistent throughout the season? T.J. Watt, can we make sure that you are impacting the game 1 the same way you're impacting game 16 or 17? So those are questions they have to answer. Cam Hayward, he's first-team All-Pro. How long can that last? And so those things that they got to figure out in Pittsburgh, but it all stops and starts at the quarterback position. It's time to find something and put stitches on it where it can heal and stop putting all these different Band-Aids on it, Boom.
I thought we would see Fields. It didn't change the game because there's already 14.
Right.
I thought we would see running packages with Fields. Not a play here, a play there. In the end, by the way, the Ravens were ready for it.
No question about it. Yeah, exactly.
How much would it have worked? We don't know. Pittsburgh valiant to at least stay in the game. Baltimore is going to be a force, even though they probably will be on the road. Now, over to the other AFC game. At least we got one more on Sunday.